Welcome, everyone, and thank you for joining us today for the 2022 CEE, or Cooperative and Experiential Education Employer Impact Awards ceremony. My name is Nora McCrae, and I'm the Associate Provost of Cooperative and Experiential Education at the University of Waterloo. We're very excited to have you with us as we announce the recipients of our 4th Annual Employer Impact Awards, and thank you very much for taking the time to be with us to celebrate our incredible employers and their commitment to experiential education. For those of you who are new to our Zoom platform, please let us know if you need assistance by commenting in the chat. To start, I would like to acknowledge that much of our work takes place on the traditional territory of the Neutral, Anishinaabe, and Haudenosaunee peoples. Our main campus is situated on the Haldimand Tract, the land granted to the Six Nations that includes 6 miles on each side of the Grand River. Our active work towards reconciliation takes place across our campuses through research, learning, teaching, and community building, and is coordinated within the Office of Indigenous Relations. If you're interested in finding out more about what our unit is doing as it relates to Indigenous relations and reconciliation, we do have an Associate Director of Indigenous Relations in our unit, and we'd be happy to talk to you more about what we're thinking in that space. But ahead of our formal award presentations, I do want to share some more background on our Employer Impact Awards. These awards are designed to recognize and honor our employers for their industry excellence and the incredible opportunities they provide to University of Waterloo students. Recipients are selected by a committee of representatives from across the university who review and score employer submissions based on how accurately they align with the award criteria in each category. The criteria includes impact on student learning, development, wellness, and the connection between work and academic learning. This year, we're thrilled that we have just celebrated really our 65th anniversary of cooperative education at the University of Waterloo. As many of you will know, when the university started, co-op was integral to the beginnings of the institution and has been ever since. So from those early beginnings, we now have over 8,000 active employers who provide quality work-integrated learning experiences and opportunities for growth, training, and development to more than 25,000 students from the University of Waterloo every year. And it's through our strong employer partnerships that we continue to set the standard for work-integrated learning and to ensure our students are successfully prepared to enter a complex future workforce. Last February, we had our inaugural Employer Impact Conference. Our employers and community partners who attended learned about trending topics in the current and future landscape of work. We were thrilled to have more than 1,000 registrants and many excellent and informative sessions, and I'm very pleased to say that we'll be hosting our 2nd Impact Conference on Thursday, March the 7th, 2024. And during the conference, we will share insights from industry, employers, and the University of Waterloo's cooperative and experiential education experts. The conference session will explore topics including artificial intelligence and large language models, equity, diversity and inclusion, sustainability, and how to attract emerging Gen Z talent. So please save the date for Thursday, March 7, and keep an eye on your inbox in the coming weeks for more information and details about how to register. Today, a common thread between our award recipients is that they each go above and beyond simply providing jobs for students to gain experience. They focus on providing quality and integrated work experience for students that help students feel like they're part of the company community. In doing so, students understand how their contributions can influence fundamental changes, and this experience helps students to build a strong sense of purpose. To all our employers, thank you for helping students enter the workforce with the confidence to bring big ideas to the table, to innovate, and to engage meaningfully with their work. And we look forward to celebrating with you today. It is now my pleasure to welcome our Provost and Vice President Academic, Jim Rush, who will say a few words.
Thank you, Nora. And it's my pleasure to be here today. I know that it's widely and well known that Waterloo's cooperative and experiential learning program is the largest in Canada and is ranked #1. But I really want to take the opportunity today to emphasize that that is in no small part because of our partnership with exceptional employers like you. So thank you for being with us today and for the honor to be able to celebrate all that you've done for us and our students. The steady growth of Waterloo's co-op program that Nora just gave a bit of an overview of has only been possible with that unwavering commitment and support of our distinguished employers. And it's really impossible to overstate the impacts that you've made on our students, offering what a priceless experience, really, that they will bring forward into their studies and in their future careers, and indeed will inform their lives. As an institution, we have committed as a goal to cultivate curiosity and critical thinking and ingenuity in our students. And we aim to ensure that they are well prepared with the latest research and trends so that they can apply that knowledge in the successful execution of projects in your companies. And we know that in turn, and we thank you for this, that you are future-proofing our students, helping them to develop in-demand skills so they can be successful in the workplace of today and of tomorrow. The Employer Impact Awards recognize companies that encourage students to showcase their talents, to share their ideas, to learn from their mistakes, and to acknowledge their wins. And today we celebrate those organizations that embrace the value that students bring to their operations. So I'd like to take the opportunity to congratulate the honorable mentions and the winners of the Employer Impact Awards. Thank you for empowering our students to make meaningful contributions and for giving them the confidence and the ability to make impactful decisions. The partnership between employers and the universities is greatly appreciated by all of the faculties. And it's my pleasure now to share with you a message from the faculty deans.
Co-op is important for our faculty because it enables us to provide a bridge between the academic content that students are exposed to in the classroom and the practicalities of applying that in the real world.
One of the key features is we know when we're designing the program, and correspondingly our employers know that this is a symbiosis.
And so it develops a different kind of engineer, and this is the way this program is designed, and the engineers we graduate are so different than any other engineers. And I must say, since we started this at Waterloo, almost every other engineering program in Canada now has a co-op program as well.
I would say that co-op is part of an entire skill development cycle that starts in the classroom, goes out to the work world, and then returns.
The most important thing for scientists are those soft skills, the things that employers are looking for, and what a better spot to be for a student to learn that is at the point of employment, to learn that ability to think critically, to communicate, and to collaborate.
They also learn how to prepare and address gaps that are in their curriculum vitae. They learn how to interact with colleagues in the real world across the lifespan, so not just with peers in their age group.
What we appreciate the most is that skill set that they are providing to our students, something that we can't really translate in the classroom, but they can do it on the spot.
Their community spirit, their social spirit in helping our students to learn the kinds of things that they need to learn.
Investing in the future generation through co-op is one of the best ways to prepare that actually are going to be the ones who will take care of us, the employers.
Our employers understand the importance of interdisciplinary work in problem solving.
The employers are part of our educational process.
You are helping us to educate the next generation of engineering leaders for the future.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for everything you do.
Congratulations to the 2022 CEE Employer Impact Awards recipients.
Let me once again offer my own thanks to all of our employers and a special congratulations today to the winners and honorable mentions of the Employer Impact Awards. Now I'd like to introduce you to Ross Johnson, Executive Director of Cooperative Education.
Thank you so much, Jim. Okay, folks, here we go. This is my fourth time presenting these awards, and I'm honored and excited that we're joined by such a strong group of employers, campus leaders, partners, students, and staff. This first award I would like to announce is for impact in equity, diversity, and inclusion. This award recognises an employer who improves representation, participation, and engagement within their community by advancing programs, policies, and processes that foster an equitable, diverse, and inclusive workplace. The recipient of this award considers equity, diversity, and inclusion in their recruitment strategies and embeds it in their company culture. They also take the initiative to directly address systemic barriers to equity and inclusion, ensuring individuals with diverse perspectives, experiences, and identities have equal opportunities. The recipient of the Employer Impact Award for Impact in Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion is Loopio. Loopio is a multinational remote-first company that provides software solutions for requests for proposals, different types of questionnaires, and other methods of sales requests. Loopio offers co-op students the opportunity to engage in EDI training programs, workshops, and resource groups. Having built a strong foundation for inclusion and belonging, Loopio believes in creating a safe workplace where employees from all backgrounds and identities feel respected, valued, and have opportunities to share their ideas and grow. Loopio publishes an annual Diversity, Equity, Inclusion and Belonging report created by external consultants who speak to each department to learn about the employee's experience. Students who work at Loopio note that their supervisors are consistently asking for feedback and input on their EDI policies and programs, giving students the motivation to speak out and in turn become EDI advocates. Now we'll play a video highlighting Loopio, and then I would like to invite Benita Fu, Manager of Talent Experience, to formally accept the award.
At its core, Loopio is a B2B SaaS response management platform that enables sales and proposal teams to respond faster, improve response accuracy, and win more business. The journey of Loopio began in 2014. Fast forward to today, we're now a remote-first organization with employees in Canada, UK, and India. DEIB stands for Diversity, Equity, Inclusion, and Belongingness. Our DEIB One Team commitment is the cornerstone of our culture, whereby we believe people are our superpower and they fuel our ambitious vision.
It helps to provide me not only with a voice, but also a better understanding of how I can champion for others.
They're like constantly taking input from all their employees. And what they do is they have an annual survey for all the employees regarding their EDI strategy, and they actively make changes based off that, depending on the feedback.
You know, as individuals and as a team, what I enjoy is that everyone is an active learner, and everyone is willing to like candidly share their experience and knowledge.
Winning this award really helps validate the time, the resources, the effort we have invested in fostering diversity and inclusion within our organization. It showcases Loopio's commitment to creating an environment where all individuals are valued, respected, and empowered.
Co-op students come with a different set of experiences and knowledge that they've gained from their academic studies, and they bring to Loopio innovative ideas and solutions to existing challenges. We hope that from working at Loopio, they develop a better understanding of the importance of DEI so that they can be more aware of these unconscious biases, become more empathetic, and learn how to foster an inclusive work environment wherever they choose to work at next.
Thank you, Ross, and hello, everyone. I'm truly honored to be here today to receive the Impact in Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion Award from the University of Waterloo Co-op program. We're grateful for the opportunity to be able to work with some exceptional student talents through this program. who have enhanced our culture here at Lupio. I would also like to extend my heartfelt thanks to the University of Waterloo for recognizing the importance of EDI, or as we call it, DEI here at Lupio, and for promoting inclusivity and equality in the workplace through this Impact Awards initiative. Students bring fresh perspective to our organization. They really do inspire innovative ideas and solutions to the business challenges we face here at Lupio. For us, we strive to grow the skill set of our students by not only giving them opportunities to solve complex real-world problems, but also instilling in them the importance of EDI. At Lupio, we have established a long-term 3-year EDI strategy as we see the journey to create a diverse and inclusive company is a goal with no end in sight, and it's a continuous learning and unlearning process. At Lupio, we conduct annual DEI surveys and report on our findings, which we then publish online. Tracking data from the survey allows us to see where we need to focus our efforts on, as well as keeping ourselves accountable to our commitment. We have mandatory DEI training, as well as programs we roll out within the organization that our students are encouraged to participate in, such as unconscious bias training, feedback workshops, and allyship training. We believe that promoting such awareness, it will allow students to be better team members to their peers and to be able to effectively collaborate and communicate with people from diverse backgrounds. In closing, I want to express my deepest gratitude to our former and current students, our employees and leaders, as well as the journey to creating a DEI-driven company. It's a collective effort, and I'm really proud of this recognition as it is a testament to the values and principles that have always guided us here at Lupio, and it really validates the tremendous effort and dedication of every individual within our organization in contributing to an environment where every employee feels safe, respected, and that they belong. Back to you, Ross.
Thank you so much, Benita, and the team at Lupio for giving the space and the time to help our students be included and find a sense of belonging. And now, our next award is for Impact on Innovation. This award recognises an employer who values the integration of industry and academic knowledge to inspire innovation. The recipient of this award is an employer that offers opportunities for students to be innovative and align their academic learning with related work experiences and mentorship. I'm honoured to share that the recipient of the Employer Impact Award for Impact and Innovation is Dundas Life. Dundas Life keeps co-op students at the forefront of their innovative initiatives, ensuring they are key players in the development, design, and use of technology in the insurance landscape. They encouraged an entrepreneurial mindset and offer exciting projects like directing marketing ads and videos using artificial intelligence. Co-op students speak highly of their experience at Dundas Life, noting they have learned new skills, developed a scrappy mindset, and an entrepreneurial spirit while working at the company. Now we'll play a video highlighting Dundas Life, and after the video, we'll hear from Martin Oshwat, Director of Operations at Dundas Life, to formally accept the award.
At Dundas Life, we're a digital insurance brokerage. We're one of the fastest growing in Canada in terms of broker count. We're trying to simplify the way for Canadians to buy life insurance in Canada.
Life insurance in particular is very old school, so it's not just a matter of digitizing what we're doing, but also making sure that everything is compliant. And that comes with a lot of nuance. We've been implementing a lot of AI tooling. We've been digitizing a lot of other processes that are really paper-driven today. Being able to partner with an institution like the University of Waterloo, we've been able to tap into really world-class talent and solve a lot of these issues bit by bit by bit.
Dundas Life as a new startup fintech company captured a lot of my attention. I recognized the valuable opportunity to kind of gain the first-hand experience and the insight into the business structure. Most importantly is the innovative approach.
Especially as a startup, the priority and the goal of your product is to, first of all, to serve the customer, but second of all, to win the market. And if you want to win the market, you just have to be on the forefront of innovation. You know, we integrate a lot of different AI technologies. We're talking about neural networks, fine-tuning different models. You just need to see what's in your toolbox and really just try and create the technology of the software that will really just be there that nobody else really have right now.
Being a Waterloo Co-op myself before, I know the quality of the talent and the program. Waterloo Co-ops are our main source of hiring here.
Especially from like the early days of our company, where it was just me and Martin, and we needed to get things done pretty quickly. So we'd give one of the students, we'd say, take on this monumental task, and they would just figure it out. So it's been very helpful.
We're really proud to have won the Innovation Award. I think it speaks volumes to what we're trying to achieve.
It's been very important to us here. We've gotten a lot done over the course of the last few years, and it's good to hear that both the students and the faculty feel the same way.
Okay, thank you everyone. Martin is actually calling in today from Austria and unfortunately has dropped off the call with some technical difficulties. So what we will do is we'll continue on with today's event, and we'll circle back to Martin for his comments once he's able to join us. Okay, so our next award is for Impact on International Excellence. This award recognizes an employer who embraces global excellence and experience within their organization. The recipient of this award has clearly shown how their unique global expertise and cultural agility creates an impact in their workplace and community. And the recipient of the Employer Impact Award for Impact on International Excellence is Robert Bosch GmbH. Hiring students for their location in Germany, Bosch is a leading supplier of technology and services in mobility solutions, industrial technology, consumer goods, and energy and building technology. Bosch helps students who are moving internationally to make a smooth transition to their new home and workplace culture. They help students to find accommodations, set up discounts for transportation, connect them with local students from German universities, and offer the free use of bicycles. Further, Bosch offers extensive onboarding experience to help students acclimatize to their new environment, which enhances the quality of their work-integrated learning experiences. Students who have worked at Bosch feel like a valued member of the team as they're included in workplace activities, team meetings, and find that full-time employees look to them for insights and input on projects. Co-op students feel welcomed, and their experience at Bosch has motivated many to consider working abroad again in the future. Let's discover more about the rich international experiences this company provides through a video. And after the video, I'll invite Stefan Michel, Vice President at Bosch, to formally accept the award.
The Bosch Group is the world's leading supplier in the automotive industry. The team in Ansbach specifically is responsible for the development and design of manufacturing concepts for automotive electronics products. We set them up in our manufacturing plants all around the world, for example, directly in Germany or in Mexico, in India, in China, in Romania. Supporting the colleagues on site with the ramp up of these new manufacturing lines.
I was looking at jobs that I could apply, what I was learning in mechanical engineering, but especially pushing that international experience and looking for something that could not only teach me stuff related to the courses I was studying, but also give me a real experience with living in another country.
Our team is already very international, very intercultural, as we have a very international setup. And we're looking for new, fresh eyes coming into the team. And the co-ops from Waterloo are the perfect match.
One of the most valuable things I took away from that experience was kind of the working attitude that a lot of Germans have. A lot of them in very technical roles will take a huge responsibility, but they more or less work to live and they don't live to work. People were able to kind of separate those two things and give them both importance. And I would say it's really changed me, because once I experienced that, I can't really think of the flip side very well anymore.
When I received the news that we win this award, I was overwhelmed, because it's a big honor and it's really fantastic for the team, but also for the students. It is a great experience for the students to come here. I have to say, Waterloo students are a permanent member of our team.
Thank you very much for this award. It's a great honor to receive this award for us. And for Bosch, as a global player, it's really important to promote our young talents in an international environment and to contribute to their development. And that's why we value this exchange program with the University of Waterloo, and we're happy to support it. And my special thanks go to Michael, who is organizing this co-op program with Waterloo since a lot of years, and giving the students a home and a very warm welcome here, which is the basis that they are experiencing this period of their life as a very good experience and a good start for their professional career. So thank you very much, Michael.
Thank you very much, Stefan, and good evening from Germany. Also to me, it's a great honor to be recognized with this award. First of all, I would like to thank and pay respect to the University of Waterloo for providing such opportunities to the students and encouraging this intensive cooperative education program. This is unique for us, and we are happy to be part of it. Furthermore, I would like to thank all the co-ops who have worked with us and all the ones who will work with us in the future. At Bosch in Ansbach, we have been hiring students for more than 10 years now, and it's always a new and exciting experience for all of us. The students from Waterloo are characterized by curiosity, thirst for knowledge, and practical experience. They think and act very professionally, and they have enabled us to continuously and sustainably improve our processes and workflows. Without their support and their unbiased manner, we would not be as far as we are today. During my studies in management engineering, I had the opportunity to experience an internship abroad twice. Both experiences in the United States and in Japan have had a lasting impact on my development of my personality and cooperation in intercultural teams. My goal is to offer this lasting positive impact to the Waterloo students in the best possible way. Thank you again very much, and back to you, Ross.
Thank you so much, Stefan and Michael, and to everyone at Robert Bosch. You truly give students such a meaningful international experience, and we are extremely grateful for that. I'm delighted to say that we have Martin Oshwott back with us from Dundas Life, and I'd now like to hand over to Martin to say a few words in acceptance of their award.
Thank you, Ross, for inviting us today. I'm honored to accept the award from the University of Waterloo in Innovation on behalf of Dundas Life. As a Waterloo alumni and former co-op student myself, this award, I will say, is an incredible honor. Also want to extend thanks to the University of Waterloo for not only recognizing our contributions to innovation, but also for fostering an environment that encourages creative and entrepreneurial Waterloo students. And so I accept this award with great humility. We look forward to expanding our partnership with the university in the years to come, and as we modernize the insurance industry for Canadians. So I'll give it back to you, Ross.
Thank you so much, Martin, and for the great experience that you give our students both now and in the future as you modernize that industry. It's very much appreciated. And now, our next award is for Impact and Research. This award recognizes an employer who encourages student excellence in research and analysis, potentially leading to meaningful impact in the world. The recipient of this award provides students with an understanding of the importance of conducting credible research according to sound methodologies in the process of change. I'm excited to share with you that the 2022 Employer Impact Award recipient for Impact in Research is Sirigan. Located in Kitchener, Ontario, Sirigan is growing by biotechnology startup that was founded in University of Waterloo's own Velocity Incubator. Sirigan develops novel probiotics for the hydroponic greenhouse industry to increase its crop yields. Waterloo Co-op students play a key role in meeting research goals to advance results for the company's products. Co-op students say that they feel valued at the startup because they see the results of the research and the development that they do. A Waterloo Co-op student was even listed on a patent for a product they helped develop during their co-op work term at Sirigan. Let's learn more about the impactful work Sirigan does with the help from Waterloo Co-op students. And after the video, we'll hear from Ashley Stegelmeyer, Director of Product Development at Sirigan, who will formally accept the award.
Sirigan wants to help feed the world. Our goal is to develop novel probiotics for the hydroponic greenhouse industry.
We are developing what we call probiotics for plants. So these are plant growth promoting microbes, working with growers who are producing things like lettuces and tomatoes, cucumbers, as well as peppers.
What intrigued me about Sirigan, I think, is like the beauty of startups in general. My first couple weeks here, sometimes I would ask a question or like maybe point something out, and the answer would be like, we don't know yet. Like, we don't have the answer yet, but here are all the resources you need to go experiment and problem solve and actually figure that out for yourself.
Before starting here, I didn't really know exactly what I wanted to do. I feel like this job has really pushed me into that research direction, and I want to continue in that.
The research in general, like we're doing stuff here that will make such an impact as we move forward.
I truly believe in this company, and I know that we're going to increase crop yields, which is going to impact people all around the world.
There's definitely been moments where students have said, I think this organism will help plants grow better and feed the world. And then we include that feedback and that knowledge that they have in our design process.
We had no idea how much, honestly, is still unknown in the literature. This is what I would call a frontier field. So that means that we know far less than we do. So we're learning something new every day. There's a lot of research that still has to be done in this space to even have a really good understanding of how these microbes can work.
We're incredibly grateful for the University of Waterloo to recognize our impact in research. For us, it's just so meaningful to also what we want to maintain, a standard of research excellence.
It's just an honor that our co-ops felt so strongly about our company and the work that they've done here that they would even nominate us. We're trying to change the world and push the boundaries of science, and it's really cool that, you know, people are actually recognizing us for doing that.
Hi, everyone. I would just really like to thank the University of Waterloo for supporting co-op and running such a fantastic co-op program. I was a co-op student myself in the microbiology program for the Faculty of Science, and that's where I learned how to become a scientist and the scientific method. It provided the opportunity to learn from academic, government, and industry research labs so that Sirigan could gain the techniques and the skill set to develop a research program. I really want to thank, first of all, Danielle Rose, the CEO of Sirigan, and Matt, Rose, our CTO, for creating a company that has the research vision we need to develop products. And that have a meaningful impact on the world. I also really want to thank all of our co-op students who nominated us for this award, and all of them that have been in our lab. You guys are phenomenal scientists, and I cannot wait to see what you accomplish in your research careers. Every day working with UW science students has just been an absolute joy. These students are really the beating heart in our lab. They have excellent ideas. They're always asking why and thinking on the forefront of what can they do to impact scientific biological research and increase plant yields. Their intelligence, their insight, and their enthusiasm is second to none. And I feel honored every single day that I have the opportunity to work with them. I'd also like to thank Dr. Ben Joris, our bioinformatician, for completely assisting as well with our mentorship of the students. I'd like to thank Sufyan and Hannah as part of our research team for working with the students, for helping us develop products. We've always tried, and I'd also like to thank Jeff, our COO, for helping us create the environment we need for students to thrive. We've always worked at pushing the boundaries of what we can do. Our students have developed they've isolated novel species that are going to make a massive difference on the world. So again, thank you so much to the University of Waterloo. We're deeply honored to receive this award, and we're going to keep it in mind as we continue our research program. With the help of your students, we are going to make the world a better place and feed global citizens. Thank you.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much, Ashley, for the work that you and your team does at Sirgan to create these meaningful work experiences for our students. I know our students will be up for that battle in terms of trying to make the world a better place for sure. So moving on, our next award category is for the impact in sustainability. This award recognizes an employer for their commitment to providing student experiences that align with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. The recipient of this award demonstrates a strong passion for offering work opportunities that focus on building a better world for people and for the planet. I'm excited to share that the 2022 Employer Impact Award recipient for Impact and Sustainability is Liberty. Liberty provides safe, reliable, and cost-effective rate-regulated electric and natural gas, water treatment utility systems, electricity generation, and transmission and distribution services. Liberty has set lofty environment, social, and governance goals. The company hires Waterloo students who have the same sustainability mindset and are dedicated to achieving the same goals. For example, Liberty aims to exceed 30% women in leadership roles and to build a robust compliance framework by the end of this year. Students appreciate a sustainability focus within their work term at Liberty and note that sustainability is heavily incorporated into the onboarding process. The company also brings in subject matter experts to speak about sustainability at lunch and learn sessions, which is helpful to our students. Liberty is a great example of the continuous improvement mindset, always looking to move towards their sustainability goals. Now, let's see more about Liberty and the incredible work that they do. And after the video, we'll hear from Apur Kadam, Senior Talent Acquisition Specialist, to formally accept the award.
Liberty Utilities is a division of Algonquin Power and Utilities Corp. At Algonquin, we specialize in acquiring and operating green and clean energy assets. So this includes hydroelectric, wind, solar, and thermal facilities. We're located in the US, Canada, Chile, and Bermuda. So that kind of reflects our commitment to making a positive impact globally.
At Liberty, there are so many different co-op jobs to try, and there were so many different job postings, and I really wanted to try something I hadn't done before for a co-op and get more experiences. So I felt like at Liberty there was lots to try, and if I wanted to extend my contract, well, if they allowed me to extend my contract, I could hopefully try something else out. It just seemed like there was a lot of opportunity to, I guess, grow as a co-op student and try out new things. Sustainability is definitely a big topic and something that's super important. So we learned a lot about Liberty and guiding principles that Liberty has, but if we're kind of striving towards this and making choices and actually trying to make a difference in the sustainability, then we can continue to improve.
The students from Waterloo have really, helped us pave the way for our sustainability journey. A lot of the work that our co-op students do really help us build our journey and our strategy as well. Winning the Impact Award in Sustainability holds great significance for us. It serves as a recognition and validation of our ongoing efforts and commitment to sustainable practices. It demonstrates that our initiatives and our projects are making a tangible difference in contributing to a more sustainable future. And winning this award is also serving as a motivation to continue our sustainability journey and reinforces the importance of our ongoing efforts.
Good afternoon, everyone. I wanted to take this opportunity to thank University of Waterloo's Co-op Experience team for presenting us with the Impact in Sustainability Award. It's an honor to receive the award for Impact in Sustainability, as it shows the work that we are doing towards having a sustainable environment. Liberty is a diversified energy and water company with more than 1.2 million customer connections, primarily in North America, and we are committed to keeping the lights on and water flowing for our valued customers. For more than 30 years, our parent company, Algonquin Power and Utilities Corp., has demonstrated an unwavering commitment to delivering clean energy and water solutions by following a strong purpose, which is sustaining energy and water for life. We have a net zero goal of 2050, wherein we want to be a company with zero carbon emission, and the sustainability team at Liberty has set an action plan to achieve it and continuously monitors the progress. I can proudly say that we have a well structured co-op program at Liberty where we focus on the development of the students. And every work term, we hire around 25 to 30 co-op students across different areas of the business. And hiring co-op students and providing them with valuable industry experience and educating them about the importance of sustainability has become an important aspect of our business. Once again, on behalf of Liberty, I would like to thank the team for recognizing the work we have done towards having a sustainable environment. And it's always great to hire co-op students from University of Waterloo and bring their fresh perspectives on things that we can do differently towards having a sustainable environment. So just with that, I would like to pass it back to Ross.
Thank you so much, Apurva, and everyone at Liberty for helping to ingrain a sustainability mindset into our students and the impact that they can make for the world in the future. We truly appreciate it. It's time now for our last major award category of today's ceremony. Can't believe we're at this one already, but it's for the impact on student experience. Each year, this is a highly sought after category, and it's wonderful to see that our employers care so greatly about the student experience. This award recognises an employer who provides stimulating work terms in positive, thriving environments and recognises the importance of skills development through experiential learning. The recipient of this award has significantly impacted the University of Waterloo student community, and in fact, University of Waterloo students vote online to select the recipient of this award each year. Since our students select this winner, it felt only fitting to ask a representative from the Waterloo Undergraduate Student Association, also known as WUSA, to join us and announce the recipient in this category in behalf of our student body. I'm excited to welcome Tham Sivakumaran from University Waterloo Undergrad Student Association to help present this award. Tham, over to you.
Thank you, Ross. It's an honor to be joining you this year to announce the 2022 Impact on Student Experience Award recipient. I've always found that co-ops aren't just about the jobs we take and the things we do, but the people we meet and work with. It's about the joy and pride found in the projects you do together and the relationships you build with your team. Employers who genuinely want you to succeed are priceless. It's thanks to strong employers like our 2022 Impact on Student Experience recipients that Waterloo students graduate feeling prepared to enter the workforce with the skills and networks in place to thrive in a volatile and uncertain world. So now I'm thrilled to be here to announce that the recipient of the 2022 Impact on Student Experience Award is Geotab. Geotab is a global leader in fleet tracking and telematics solutions. They have more than 4 million vehicles connected to their platform and hire co-op students to work in all departments of their operation. Geotab believes that student innovation is key. The company embraces the fresh perspectives and diverse ideas that students bring on their work terms. Geotab considers all aspects of the student experience during the work term and starts their support from day one with a robust onboarding program. Throughout each student's work term, the support continues with career management, a focus on wellness, and the promotion of a flexible working style. Each term, Geotab holds Intern Appreciation Week to celebrate student accomplishments. Students feel valued and connected with their teams, even in the hybrid work environment. Geotab routinely invites students back for subsequent work terms and offers full-time positions to some students after graduation. Geotab was also the 2020 recipient of the Employer Impact Award for Innovation. Now, we'll hear more about Geotab and its dedication to the student experience. After the video, and I'm sorry if I butchered this, Alice Koch, Vice President of Human Resources, will formally accept the award.
Geotab is the world leader in fleet tracking and telematics, and the insights that come from the big data that then drives insights into things like safety, compliance, productivity, sustainability, and everything else you can get from those vehicles on the platform.
Being someone who's in mechatronics, I found the topic of telematics to be interesting to me because it's sort of this mesh between like hardware and software.
Students are a critical part of this. Typically, when we bring students into Geotab, we want to make sure that we have as much of an open and welcoming environment as we possibly can, getting onboarded to understand the culture and how to work in the offices and making sure that they're truly, truly collaborative.
Student experience is really important for companies to be aware of and foster because Waterloo students are highly sought out from other companies. And so to a certain degree, when a student is in their later co-op terms, companies are competing with other companies to be able to recruit those students.
Any of the interns that participate in the internship program here, the student program at Geotab, are going to be part of what we call the Intern Innovation Challenge. So it's a week-long challenge to really bring those fresh perspectives into essentially pitching the rest of the company, because it gives the students an opportunity to find mentorship and guidance while also showing us that there's always a new way of looking at traditional problems. We're incredibly proud. I think it speaks to the relationship that we've got with the University of Waterloo and really the outcomes that we see from the students here inside Geotab and how much we feel we can give back to them in terms of these real world experiences, the meaningful projects that they take part in, and that continued relationship that they can have with Geotab throughout their careers.
Thank you so much, Sam and Ross, for that gracious introduction. I'm really absolutely thrilled to join you today representing Geotab to accept this very prestigious award. Geotab started about 23 years ago with 2 people and a vision for connected transportation solutions. We now employ over 2,200 people. We have a presence in about 150 countries, and we're closing in on 4 million subscriptions, which would be a huge milestone for us. I think it's been said already in the video, but students are a critical part of our success, especially in the last 12 to 18 months where the IT industry has gone through, some retrenchments and some cutbacks. We continue to really support our internship programs. When we bring students into Geotab, we want to make sure that the experience is meaningful, that we have an open and welcoming environment so that you're set up to be truly collaborative. We're allowing student perspectives to help turn data into actionable insights. And so, and we're also very proud of the Intern Innovation Challenge that was referenced in the video as well, too. It's a week-long event tailored for students. It also helps us infuse fresh ideas into our organization. And it gives students an opportunity to find mentorship and guidance while also bringing fresh eyes to how we approach our business. So in closing, we're really honored to have our efforts recognized with this award. It speaks to the relationship we have with the university, reinforces our commitment to creating an exceptional experience for students at Geotab. And I think it also really speaks to the efforts of our leaders and our managers who mentor these students. So thank you very much again for this award. We're truly honored. And now I'm going to turn it back to Ross.
Thank you so much, Alex, and congratulations to all of your colleagues and the great work that Geotab does. That's an extremely difficult award to win because, as I mentioned earlier, it's extremely sought after and for very good reason. But we truly appreciate the wonderful work that you do and the opportunities that you provide for our students. As I mentioned, these awards each year are becoming more and more sought after. And on top of acknowledging our awards recipients today, I'd also like to recognise that for each award category, our selection committee has determined honourable mentions. These honourable mentions are employers that scored exceptionally highly on the evaluation rubric based on their submission package. So we'd like to also honourably mention Nuclear Promise X, the honourable mention for impact in equity, diversity and inclusion, Bombardier Recreational Products Inc. for impact in innovation, COSM Medical Group for impact in research, Purpose Building Inc. for impact in sustainability, the Argus Group for impact in international excellence, and Thomson Reuters for impact on student experience. To each of these companies, thank you for having a significant and positive influence on the co-op students you employ. So, as we start to wrap up our ceremony, I want to say a huge congratulations to all of our cooperative and experiential education employer impact award recipients and honourable mentions. Each of you are shining examples of the value of co-op and the work of integrated learning and how it gels together. You've made such a lasting impact on our students, especially in the ways you offer ongoing guidance and mentorship. Your efforts and commitment to valuable work integrated learning experiences help to equip our students for a complex future workforce. Thank you to our employers and campus partners who have joined us today. I know some of you are joining us from different time zones across the world, and we appreciate having you here with us. Please keep an eye on your inbox as we will open the applications for the 2023 Employer Impact Awards later on this year. We hope you'll be considering applying and helping us to showcase the outstanding impact you make on our co-op students. So we've now come to the end of our 2022 Employer Impact Awards ceremony. Thank you all once again for attending and joining us, and have a wonderful afternoon.